What's cracking? Public. The public. I'm just calling them singularity public. What's cracking, public? Welcome back to the Contaminated Dungeon. It's the Fade the Public podcast with myself, Animal, and Snizzy Snacks over there. We had a major announcement last week on the channel, and I want to clarify a few things because we're getting some questions. We're opening up a Dynasty Fantasy Football League. It's going to be 12 teams involved. It is myself, it is Animal, and it is Snacky Poo over there. Along with my editor, Scott. That takes up 4 spots. We are opening up 8 other spots for y'all, for our subscribers. Now, to get in, listen up. Listen to the rules. We're going to teach you the rules right now. 6 spots are going to be paid spots, but they're going to be in a raffle. We are going to the NFL draft later this month in April. We are going to Nashville, right? So this is a 2-for-1. Yeah, I'm a little nervous as well, Snacks. I saw that face you're making over there. I don't know if we're coming back from this one. You look like shit now. I can only imagine what you're going to look like at the end of that trip.
Oh, my God. I'm excited about it.
We have opened up a GoFundMe. GoFundMe.com/BigDogsDraft. For every dollar donated to that GoFundMe, you will get 1 entry into the Dynasty League raffle. So if you enter $1, you will get 1 entry. If you enter $10, you will get 10 entries. For every $25 you enter, you will get an extra 10 entries. So $50 will get you 70 entries. For those of y'all that are not good at the mathematics, I will lay those out for you.
Math is hard.
So 6 spots will be raffled off depending on the number of entries that go into that. We will decide the winners on a live stream while we are in Nashville. That first day we wake up, maybe the second. We'll probably do it the first day.
If we wake up.
Very true. You guys might not get your money back.
It's going to be pending.
It might go straight to our funeral, actually. So we're going to be there Thursday, which is round 1 of the NFL draft. We're going to be there Friday, which is rounds 2 and 3. And then we are leaving Saturday because no one gives a fuck about rounds 4 through 7. So that Friday morning, we are going to do a live stream on YouTube where we pick the winners out of the raffle. There will be 2 open spots for free for y'all people that can't afford it. You broke-ass college kids or, who don't want to pay us. I understand that.
Sexy Pats and Dan.
So what you're going to do is there's going to be a link down below. It's going to be a link, the first link in the description, where you could just fill out a Google form and you will be entered into it. You will get 1 entry into the free raffle. For the rest of y'all can pay into the GoFundMe. That will supply our transportation, our Airbnb, the tequila, the margaritas I'm going to drink down there. I don't know what y'all fucking weirdos drink. I'm going to...
Scotch.
You're paying for animal scotch. Now, this is a Dynasty League.
You ain't drinking a lot of scotch.
Listen, this is my key selling point here. You're going to be in this league with us forever. So I already know that this shit is going to blow up out of proportion. In a couple of years, you're going to be like, yo, I'm in a fucking league with the big dogs, right? This is the time to get in. You're investing in Google before it was Google. Ooh. You understand, public? You're doing a very non-public thing by investing into us.
That's big stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So, listen, there's a lot of money in the pot already, but there are not a lot of people that entered. So every dollar you throw in, if there might be $1,200, there may be, but who's counting?
It's like the lottery, $1 in a dream, man.
Exactly. There might be $1,179 in already, but there's only like 15 people that donated. So realistically, you still have like a 60% chance for your dollar.
Great odds.
Yeah. So listen, you find $1 under the couch, throw it on the goddamn GoFundMe. You find $1 in Nick's butt crack, throw it in the goddamn GoFundMe. That's all I got to say. There are 2 free spots linked down below. There are 6 paid spots. GoFundMe.com/BigDogsDraft. Dynasty Fantasy Football. Let's talk some content, though, within this episode. We're going to talk about Dynasty wide receivers. Last week, we took a look at some Dynasty running backs. We compared Aaron Jones to Kerryon Johnson. We looked at Marlon Mack versus... I forget, but we compared them. You can go look at last week's episode. Also, I want to say one thing about fucking AudioGate. I'm talking about workload. I'm just talking about like
sheer volume, workload, everything.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like holding up as an older back.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Listen, we fucked up the mic, and we're probably gonna fuck it up again. The amount of people that came out of the goddamn woodworks last weekend to tell me to do better after I've put out hundreds of fucking free videos for you motherfuckers. I'm pissed. I'm fucking ready to go. You know what? I went from angry.
That's great energy.
I just want to know why, like, the people who, like, you obviously you watch it, you see the audio is messed up. You go to the comments, you see everyone commenting it, and then you go, hey, did you know the audio is all fucked up?
Yeah, you motherfucker.
You would think after the first time you said, listen, yeah, we screwed up for the first half hour. We will not happen again. You wouldn't have to make more and more comments. You probably have burner YouTube channels.
I feel like people
was trending.
saying it 3 times.
It was trending. It was worldwide trending. FTP audio fucking sucks. I'm so sorry we messed up the goddamn audio. This is going to be better from now on.
It'd be so tragic if it was fucking up right now. We didn't know.
I'd quit.
If it is, I'm going home.
Same. But we're not going to know until Thursday.
same.
So you can't go home. Okay, so that's the big announcements. We're going to cover Dynasty wide receivers today. Our herd of goats is going to be our top TV characters of all time. We're going to talk about, we're going to do a mock draft, an actual NFL mock draft, but only the top 10 picks.
First 10 picks.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the odds, too, for next year, the season.
Super Bowl or
No, not season, just like
over-unders. The over-unders came out today,
Yeah,
and
win totals.
we're gonna say which ones we like and.
Snack, let's get into your weekend real quick, because I know you tweeted something out.
You're hurting right now. Tell the people why. Because
Yeah, all
they're gonna
right.
wanna
So I turned 26 last week, as some of you may have heard. It was my, what they call birthday weekend. The girls love it. I love it too. Anyway, Friday night went to.
There's just another beautiful segue by Snacks. Girls love it. I love it. Anyway.
Well, it's more of a
We need to work on
you know,
it.
bir-
Works.
birthday.
It works.
No, that's my click. You think that people don't love my headphones?
True.
They like my segues.
Anything that pisses them off.
Exactly. That's why they all hate me. Anyway, so Friday night.
Anyway, there he goes again. He does it again.
Friday night, my friend, she recently opened a bar, so we went there. And when I tell you it was one of the most ridiculous nights of my life, I'm telling you it was one of the most ridiculous nights of my life.
And I've seen some shit.
You've seen some shit. So this is just ridiculous. It's about 11:30, 12 p.m., a.m., and, feeling good, pretty tipsy.
What time it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever it was. All of a sudden, the bartender tells me to come over here. She goes, okay. I goes, like, what's up? She goes, stand up. Get on the bar. I was like, what? She's like, get on the bar.
What are you drinking at this point? Like, what kind of liquor have you been drinking?
I was drinking Bud Lights, and they were giving us shots of JMO all night.
Okay.
So I'm not the biggest JMO person, but you get them, you drink it. She goes, get on all fours. I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, there
What?
we go.
Was this her?
This is her. So I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, get on your hands and knees. I'm like, what am I, a fucking human centipede?
Hell yeah. Take your shirt off?
No, she didn't take my shirt off, but she goes, take your belt off. I was like,
All right.
oh, wait. My girlfriend's sitting in the stands over there. I don't know what you're trying to do here.
It's getting better.
She goes, yeah. Starts whipping me, like ruthlessly whipping me, and I still haven't decided if I want to show the video yet or not.
You liked it.
Well, it's not.
I
even,
didn't.
It's not even. An
I barely remember it. I had to watch the video.
I didn't even
But-
know there was a video, so you obviously have.
Yeah,
to
I probably have to now. So she's whipping me, 26 years old, and she keeps saying, she goes, it's his 21st birthday and he's a virgin. I'm like, what?
She fucking
What?
played you.
Do I look like a virgin? Maybe to some, but I'm not.
I would say you look less like a 21-year-old than you look less like a virgin.
Really not going to try and decipher what that actually means, but anyway.
It didn't come out well, but I think
know
he
what you were
knows
trying
what
to say.
I meant.
So you're saying
you
I
said it
look
wrong,
look
but-
more like a virgin than I
Well,
do a
you said
21-year-old.
you were like very confused by her saying that, and then you went to, do I look like a virgin? I would say you look more like a virgin than you look like you're 21. Again, I fucked that up, but you know what I'm trying to say.
So you're saying I look more 21 than I do.
I would be more confused about, if I were you, I'd be more confused about her calling you 21.
Yeah,
what
it
he's
just
trying
didn't
to
make
say.
sense to me.
came
I
out
was very concerned. Whatever. The virgin thing pissed me off, though, because I feel like I'm a handsome-looking kid,
I have a girlfriend. I'm not a virgin.
willing, able to have functional sex. But anyway,
Another one. But anyway.
we're gonna have a segment tracker. So she starts whipping me 30 times. Then she puts it around my neck, and if you know the old Johnny Drama saying, "Have you ever tried jerking off with a belt around your neck?" That's how I thought,
Yeah,
and she tied it tight.
Autoerotic
And then
asphyxiation.
tilts my head back, and when I tell you, pours Jameson, I felt it going literally right down into like my balls. That's how much it tingled. It was a absurd amount of Jameson. It was all over my face, all over my shirt. I got off that bar and was like, "Whoa, this is not how
wish
I
could've just
suspected this to
fucking,
happen."
Videotaped your eyes right there. When you
Oh yeah, I'm googly eyes today. So yeah, it was like the most ridiculous thing ever. And Saturday we drank some Saturday, and then yesterday I brunched hard.
So you had yourself a fucking...
I had myself a
God,
26th birthday.
I'm going to have to bend soon. I'm not.
Yeah.
bent,
You know
'cause
what? It was-
fucking you and
I had my AC bender.
It was pretty awesome. I haven't had one of those. I was telling you in probably like 4 or 5 years.
Those like rejuvenate you. Like
They do. They make
As much as they
it's
like
the
kill
biggest
you.
catch-22 of all time.
As much as they kill you, they give you life.
They make
They
you feel
do.
alive.
They make you feel like you can still do it.
Yeah,
you know?
you're young again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those weekends.
It's great. So I had a great time, and my own belt was my enemy. I will never use that belt again. I'm like scarred for life.
When
You
you
gonna
probably
hang
look
it
at the
up?
next, like,
You want to bring it over? We'll hang it up on the wall.
You know what? That's what we're gonna
dude,
do.
let's go. Yeah, the wall
it's a
of shame or
souvenir.
something.
She
I love
was.
it.
She must have whipped me
Did you have
30
any
times.
memorable pieces from your AC bender, like that you brought
like
back?
a Dunkin' Donuts wrapper. Or
I was
something?
gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say the sandwich wrapper that you ate. We should have
I'll
like
have
a
to
wall
look.
of
I
shame.
have my bag. I'll
The
see if
wall
there's
of
anything in
shame.
it.
The wall
right.
of bend. The
Yeah.
wall of benders.
Yeah.
or
Just
something.
There we
put a
go.
picture of me on that top of that bar like a human centipede, and just.
Well, we're
put
gonna
it
get
up
the
there.
video and everyone's gonna see it. You probably already
That's
saw
incredible.
it right now.
Oh,
so.
one other thing I want to say quickly about the Dynasty League. People are asking what the actual buy-in for the league is. We're gonna start it at $50. $50 for the league actual buy-in, which will be like the winner's
So
pot.
you win the raffle. That's what.
Well,
you
it'll
pay to
probably
get
be
it.
50, but once we get all 12
Yeah.
members in, we'll start like a group chat or a group me or something, and we'll decide it like a democracy where I get the final say and I am the executioner. So it's not
That's a democracy, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's the democracy we live in.
I'm the dictator democracy. That's how we work.
You just want to
over.
hear the people, and then you guys.
I'll hear it.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you guys we're going to take it to the committee, and then we'll come back with an answer. So
Gotcha.
probably 50, but we'll discuss once we have all 12 people into it. Let's move into some Dynasty wide receivers before we do our top 10 mock draft. We're going to talk about Corey Davis and Allen Robinson. I think this was a good setup. I like this one that you picked out here. So we have Corey Davis, who will be going into, I want to say, his 4th year.
Feels
got
like he's been in
2
the
years
league for like
left.
12 years.
2 years on his rookie.
He's got 2 years left.
On his rookie deal.
Yes.
So this year and the next year. Corey
Either
Davis
way.
versus Allen Robinson. Corey Davis is in the situation
He's got
where
5th year option. That's what I'm looking at.
Tennessee is Tennessee doesn't even know what they want to do at quarterback. Corey Davis has massively disappointed. For a top 10 wide receiver, everyone got very excited about him because he has a size. Everyone loves his route running, and I get nervous about that with prospects because route running is something that people acknowledge when they watch film, and that is completely subjective. That is not objective. That is not a numbers, a stats. But he was a college producer. He has good numbers, metrics wise. Problem is, like, we still don't know who Mariota is.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I had these two guys as like a comparison because they both kind of have a similar quarterback situation. Whereas Mariota, he can throw the ball, but it's not his. It's not his specialty.
Tannehill will be taking over before the end of the year.
Well,
But yes, I know what
about
you're
that.
saying.
He gets banged up. He doesn't play full season. And Mitch Trubisky is kind of the same. We don't know so much about the injury history yet because he hasn't played enough.
Yeah.
But he can't throw the ball as well. He runs it more. And I just think that they're in a very similar situation. And even their numbers between Corey Davis and Allen Robinson are very similar with their targets and receptions. So,
It's a good comparison. I wanna pull up a few things that I noticed. One, I mean, with Allen Robinson, we have seen Allen Robinson be elite in the NFL.
Yes.
We are yet
Dude,
to see that with Corey
Jacksonville,
Davis.
he was really good.
he was a legit number one receiver.
Allen Robinson will turn 26 this August. Corey Davis will turn 25. He actually just turned 24 in January. So he's got a couple of years on him. 6'3", 210. Allen Robinson, 6'3", 210.
Yeah, they're the same.
So kind of the same situation. Where do you guys land? If you're taking one of these today to kind of not build, but they'll probably end up being your wide receiver 2 or a flex spot in your Dynasty League, who would you rather have going forward?
I mean, I hate even saying it, but I lean towards Corey Davis.
Okay.
Just because I think the Bears, I don't think they're as good as they really were last year as that whole team. And Allen Robinson had 4 touchdowns. So did Corey Davis, but I think Corey Davis has a much higher ceiling. Yeah, for sure. And I just don't trust the Mariota situation there. And I know that they say this every year, but they say they want to build the team around Derrick Henry and run the rock. They want to run the ball.
You just had to throw that in there.
Listen, they say it. I'm going to
draft
believe
another
it.
weapon this year, I think, too. I think they're going to draft a wide receiver in
I
Tennessee.
think they're due for that. I think I picked Corey Davis too because
You would take Davis?
I think so. One, because I kind of have some loyalty to him. I feel like he's been on my fantasy team the last 6
he
years.
does. He hasn't
That's what- I
played for
thought
you, though.
would
He's
be
been on your
that.
bench.
I thought you would be like,
I know, but I know the talent's there. I like that he accounted for nearly 36% of his team's air yards last year, which that's 6
Love
overall.
That snacks.
Yeah, there you go.
That's,
That's
a
good.
very unfucking snack like stat right
I know
there.
it is. I know
You're
it is.
entering big dog
I
territory.
know.
Air yards?
I saw it and I was like,
This
wait
is
a minute,
beautiful.
6 overall.
36%. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
good.
it is.
Okay.
And the other one that I like is the 3.1 average yards of separation, which is higher than who? Juju, Robert Woods, Golden Tate, one of the best wide receivers in football, Devontae Adams, Odell Beckham, overrated, and Adam Thielen, the best wide receiver in the NFL. Average yards of separation higher than all those guys. So I think his talent's there.
But does that matter when you have Mariota who can't get him?
Yeah.
Well, that was going to be my next.
Yeah,
that was going to be my next qualm. Mariota is still his quarterback, and obviously we know what we have there, in my opinion. And they just lost. Who'd they lose? They lost the QB coach, the offense coordinator, Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Maybe a new system invigorates him a little bit. We'll see.
We'll see.
But
I will fade both of you guys. I will take Allen Robinson.
All right.
Yep.
Because Corey Davis, the situation there is I don't think Mariota's going to figure it out. And if he doesn't, right, they go to Tannehill. Tannehill's not the answer. Like, where does he let the quarterback? At least Mitch Trubisky, they're in a good system, right?
Yes.
If nothing else, they have a great system with Nagy there. Matt Nagy, whatever.
good coach.
Yeah, great coach, great system. And, Trubisky took a big step forward last year,
Yes.
going from
He wasn't just the runner. He could throw the
It
ball.
wasn't
Can
just.
throw it.
I don't think he could really. I don't think he's as good as his numbers were, but it was like a big step
He had
forward
like
from
that
the
one
passing
six
game,
touch-
and just
six
being more
touchdown
comfortable
game.
in that offense. I think he'll be a mediocre, like a top 15 fantasy quarterback, which is fine. And I am, I'm not like happy about Allen Robinson. I just don't like Corey Davis's situation whatsoever. A-Rob, like I said, he's proven it on the field that he can do it. But again, we haven't seen him be really good in like 4 years, 4 years.
I think
at this
Anthony
point.
Miller is going to be the guy in Chicago.
I love
for
Anthony
wide
Miller.
receivers.
I love Anthony Miller too. But we saw like Taylor Gabriel get phased out, and I think like if there's one guy who's going to do it on the outside, it's going to be Robinson. And they're going to be a pass first offense now because look, they got rid of Jordan Howard, and I just like the situation there. We know who the quarterback is going to be, even if he's not great. We know who it's going to be for the next 3-4 years. We know who the head coach is. We know the offensive scheme. We know like the past. We know that they're going to be better as they keep progressing in that offense and learn the system better. So I would take Robinson, but it is.
I think it's a close call either way. I think me and you are probably
I'm
going
just hoping
for
like
potential.
more of a Corey Davis breakout.
Right,
kind of.
right.
The Corey Davis that we were kind of promised and we all thought that we would have.
Right.
I'm kind of hoping that this is the year that actually happens.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, so we'll move on to 2 sophomore wide receivers. Both of them had great freshman years. DJ Moore, Carolina Panthers, Calvin Ridley, Atlanta Falcons, both NFC South guys. Now, Ridley boosted up by those 10 touchdowns. DJ Moore was a guy who I think he saw less than 40% of the snaps for like the first half of the season. They had their bye week, and then he got rolling. Had some big games, but it was much of a roller coaster season. You know what, though? I'll hear what you guys have to say here. I have probably a clear-cut answer, I think.
I'm on the fence here just because.
It is very close,
Mainly
but
just
I
because
like one
one's
guy.
a number 1 receiver and one's a number 2. That's like the only thing that's keeping me on the fence. But if I'm going to look at like production and who I would rather go with.
Well, you could say here's the thing too about that is he's the number 2. You're talking about DJ Moore being the number 1 receiver, but he's not necessarily a number 1 weapon on the team.
No,
that's
exactly.
The thing. Yeah,
exactly, because you got Christian McCaffrey who's definitely going to lead in receptions and targets and everything. But
I'd bet the mortgage on that.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Ridley just because of quarterback play. Cam Newton's a great quarterback, but Matt Ryan threw 35 touchdowns last year. He's thrown over 30 touchdowns multiple times in his career. Cam Newton threw 35 touchdowns once in his career. That was his MVP season in 2015. Cam Newton, he runs the ball. They dump it off to Christian McCaffrey. I just don't think the touchdowns are fluky, but I just don't think the touchdowns are going to be there for DJ Moore. I think he's going to be in the same kind of reception yardage area as Ridley.
Okay.
Touchdowns. I see really much touchdown potential.
What do you see? Okay, so Ridley's numbers last year, 64, 821, 10. What is his ceiling in his sophomore year? I don't think it's that much higher.
I would probably say that.
You know what I mean?
I don't think he scored
maybe
10 touchdowns.
65. Maybe he can improve their yardage to 900 between 900 and 950.
I don't think you can count on 10 touchdowns. Yeah.
No, well, the touchdowns, he might even have less. 10 touchdowns.
He'll definitely have less. 10
He
touchdowns.
had a few outlier games. Didn't he have a three?
He had a
touchdown
He had
game.
listen. Week 1, he had 0 catches, but then week 2 he had a touchdown. Week 3 he had 3 touchdowns. Week 4 he had 2 touchdowns. So he had 6 touchdowns of his 10 from weeks 2 to 4, and then he had touchdowns kind of scattered. Had a couple at the end of the season. Both of them were roller coasters. But I mean that's great production from rookie wide receivers compared to what we've seen over the last few years. The thing is. And you guys don't take this into account enough because you don't play Dynasty. Calvin Ridley came into the league old as fuck. He's going to turn 25 this year. DJ Moore is 21.
Yes.
You're getting DJ Moore for an extra 4 years on your team.
That's a massive.
It's a massive advantage. And DJ Moore almost touched his Calvin Ridley's numbers, not touchdown-wise, but receptions and yards. without really playing over the first half of the year. He had like no snaps, whereas Calvin Ridley was, the clear wide receiver too. So short-term play, like redraft, I might lean Ridley, even though I think I still like more for a breakout this year. I would lean more in Dynasty. Is where you going?
Yeah, in Dynasty, yeah, I lean more too. I am concerned with Cam Newton. That shoulder does not seem like it's.
Hey, he just played in that flag football game though.
Animal analysis.
I played golf at the local golf course last summer. Do you think I'm ready for the Masters?
Well, no.
Sign the kid up. Let's fucking go.
Anyway, I'm a little concerned with that, but that age is a huge gap. That is not.
It's big.
It's a big thing, especially in the Dynasty. Like you said, we haven't played, but you know the rules and the basis of it. So a 4-year age difference is kind of a big deal in my opinion.
It's also only,
and I do think Ridley, that those 10 touchdowns comes down to earth, whereas I think Moore has more potential to do the. What did he have, 5 last year?
I think he only had 2.
Or he had 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry, I
last
said
year.
5 red zone receptions.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if like Moore ended up with
like 6.
6 and Ridley had like 8 maybe.
Yeah,
Something like that, 7 or 8. And I think Moore will catch more balls. I think Moore will probably end up with more yards. What I will say though is Dirk Cutter coming in as OC, they threw he just throws the ball a lot coming from Tampa and that spread offense. But we have a sample size with him in Atlanta, with Matt Ryan and Julio, and they were throwing the ball a lot of deep passes. So that is a good thing for Ridley. I think they're both going to have really good sophomore years. Yeah. I would in Dynasty though. I think
no
it's
sophomore slumps over here.
only Saquon. Saquon's
only
the only
Saquon
sophomore
for some
slump.
reason.
Just
Yeah.
Saquon.
So I'll go DJ Moore because of the age.
That's pretty much where
Yeah.
I'm in a line with too. Yeah.
Did we swing your opinion?
Is,
Or you-
No, I'm still sticking with Ridley because
Fucking
if you want to
fool.
listen, the original question is dynasty wide receivers over the next 2 years. So
But that's not a.
over the next 2 years, I'm not worried about his age.
But that's just saying production, or that has nothing to do with dynasty. Then that's just production over the next 2 years.
Well, no, who
It
would
needs
you
to be
rather have
dynasty.
in dynasty for the next 2 years?
No, but you don't have guys for 2 years. That's 2 questions that don't work
How's that not work?
because that's not how dynasty works.
You don't keep your guys.
You keep them forever, so you can't ask who would you rather have for
Yeah,
2
but
years.
eventually you make trades, and that's what I'm saying.
Audience, yell at Animal down below. It's a ridiculous question. You say who would you rather have in dynasty? You don't say who would you rather have for 2 years.
Because you make trades, you cut guys.
All right, so you're taking one of them saying, okay, I'm going to trade this guy in 2 years, but I'm going to take him over him right now.
It's an unbelievable, fucking disgusting, fucking.
I think I know
Listen.
where your head's at,
We'll
but I
see
think
what
you're
happens
wrong.
when the dynasty league rolls around and I'm on fucking top.
Oh my god.
Well, if you manage your team anyway, the way
Yeah, you're gonna keep drafting fucking 29-year-old players and not realize it, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, I have him for 2 years, right?" That's what's gonna happen.
see,
Let's move on to the
you're
next
not
2 wide
understanding.
receivers: Amari Cooper, Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs. 20 facts. Stefon Diggs is 25. Amari Cooper is younger than Stefon Diggs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Amari
He's
Cooper
going to be
seems-
25 when the season's
Amari Cooper seems old.
He will
as
be 25.
fuck.
Because it feels like we've been talking about him nonstop.
Well, when you play with the Raiders, I feel like your career just feels longer because it's just like stuck in misery for so long. But
That is factual. So we have the first round pick, 4th overall. He will turn 25 in June. And Stefon Diggs is 25. He'll turn 26 in November. He was a 5th round pick. Many have compared him to Antonio Brown. I mean, when you watch the film and see his footwork, man, it's hard to deny that. Both coming off of 1,000-yard seasons. Stefon Diggs, 102 for 1,021 and 9 touchdowns. Cooper, 75, 1,004 and 7 touchdowns. Is it time to just say we know what Amari Cooper is?
yes,
We're 4 years into it, and he's put up basically the same touchdown
numbers
totals, the same
every
receiving
year.
totals, the same yards per reception totals. People are going to say it looked great in Dallas, but when you actually look at the numbers, he had these he pretty fucking good actually.
Yeah.
He had these 2 blow-up games, but as you know, he had 2 100-yard games in Oakland, and then he had 2 100-yard games in Dallas. They just both happen to be 180-plus yard games.
Yeah, they were huge games. I remember.
So a couple monster games there. So you see the ceiling. So where does this put you guys? Amari Cooper, Stefon Diggs.
I mean, I don't really,
Yeah, well, he's not going to pick Amari Cooper for anything other than like to be executed, and that's it. So he's not.
Who would you rather see?
First of all,
execute?
I think Stefon Diggs is better. I think they're both in similar offenses where both offenses want to run the ball.
That is very true.
I think Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I think Diggs, the field's gonna be a little bit more open with Thielen, Rudolph. I like his situation better. I think his number wise last year was at 102,
102,
10, 20, and 9. You expect more of the same of that.
in 15 games too.
15 games,
they
right?
both
You
played
play
15 games.
There's no age discrepancy there. It's a
there's
year
no age
older,
discrepancy.
a few months older probably.
Yeah.
I like what I get more from Diggs as opposed to I like what I get for Amari Cooper.
I
And
love how much they use Diggs in like the screen game and those short passes too.
So
Like,
much more
He'll
than
have like 8 catches every fucking game.
and,
even if it's
and
60
Cooper's
yards.
good. Cooper's good for 3 drops a game. So it's like you know.
And they don't use him in the red zone because he sucks in the red zone. Now you have Michael Gallup kind of coming on as a big option, right? I think they're going to use him more down in the red zone. I think that Jason Witten coming back is not really going to be anything,
Yeah,
but they're
don't
going to
worry
use him in
about
the
that
red
at
zone.
all.
I think they'll throw the ball to him in the red zone. He's a bit. What else do they have down there?
6'6". You're gonna have to chuck it up to him.
As a receiver, besides Zeke running the ball, like who can they throw it to in the red zone? No one, right? So I think Cooper kind of gets phased
Blake
out.
Jarwin.
I
Is he
think
still on the Cowboys?
I don't know.
I don't pay attention to that shithole team.
So I'm with you and Stefon Diggs. I am concerned just how the offense is going to run this year. I think they're just going to be so run heavy.
They are.
That like how many targets can Diggs and Thielen
My
see?
only concern is that there's gonna be too many mouths to feed.
I think
I think Dalvin Cook's gonna be getting receptions this year. Adam Thielen's gonna be getting receptions. Not so worried about Rudolph. And then you have Diggs. So like, is
How are you
Diggs
not worried about Rudolph?
Is Diggs the 2?
No, I think it's Thielen. I think it's Cook, Thielen, Diggs.
I think Diggs is the 3.
If you look at Diggs. Okay, starting in week 13, target totals
I think he's the best talent.
5, 6, 7, 6, 10. If they put Diggs in the slot where Thielen ran his routes last year, and they put Thielen outside, I think Diggs could have rivaled 1,400, 1,500 yards and easily put up the numbers that Thielen put in. But they're not going to do that. We know that. There's no point in projecting or like hoping that it's going to happen.
Their formula that worked.
Exactly. So debatably,
kind of worked.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Diggs just because I believe in the talent as well, and I think that his breakout is. I think we haven't seen his ceiling yet. I still think we haven't.
I agree with that. I'm gonna take Amari just because of the fact that I'm worried about the too many mouths to feed in Minnesota versus Dallas. It's
If
Zeke
Dallas uses
and
like
Amari.
if Dallas uses
That's it.
if Dallas uses another, well, I mean, they took Gallup, was it second or
there.
third round last year? Well, he started getting work towards the end of the year.
season,
He could
but
play.
I think that's only going to help.
If they draft a receiver in the top 2 rounds, they use one of their first 2 picks on a receiver.
I'll go back to Diggs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that would
Because
be
right
a
now, the
smart play.
main reason why I'm going with Amari is because he is the clear-cut guy. He's going to get the most targets. He's going to get the most touchdowns.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
You're going back to the old school number 1 receiver. That's the guy who's going to get every target pretty much. And
You spelled Stefon with a PH, by the way, in the show sheet.
what is it, an F?
It's
2 Fs. All right, no, it's 1 F.
Well, he spelled his name wrong.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so those are our dynasty wide receivers. We have A-Rob versus C. Davis,
Your Diggs,
DJ
yeah.
Moore, Calvin Ridley,
am.
Amari Cooper, Stefon Diggs. Let's move to the NFL mock draft. So here's what we're doing. Similar to how we did the fantasy draft a few months back where we did the top 10 picks. I went first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. We all kind of took GMs of our own teams. That's what we're going to do here. So Animal is going to start this off. He's going to kick it off with the 101. Arizona Cardinals. Animal, you are on the clock.
On the clock, number 1 overall pick. It's Kyler Murray. I mean,
He's a weirdo.
if you expected anything else, I don't know
It's
what
happening.
you've been watching.
It's in ink now.
Yeah.
There's
Sharpie
too much
didn't-
smoke.
Listen, there's the fact that you have the Kingsbury ties. You have the Josh Rosen rumors of the trade, everything that's going on with there. Even if they didn't trade Josh, why would he want to stay there anyway? It's just a toxic relationship.
No, he's 100%.
now.
They have to trade him if they
You
draft. They
you
can't keep
throw
him.
all that
No.
out there in the media and then have him oh yeah, come
Is
back.
he going to get traded before the draft?
I think.
If anything, he probably gets traded draft day.
yeah,
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
God, this is going to be such a fucking
be
wild
nuts.
draft.
It's gonna be nuts.
I can't wait to.
I mean,
Could this all be a massive smoke screen? They take Bosa at 1.
it would be stupid though because
Maybe.
unless they told Rosen listen, we're just gonna fuck with everybody. You're our guy. Don't worry. I don't see what.
I mean, they don't owe any player anything.
No, they don't.
of course not.
It's a business. I think Kingsbury just wants his guy. He's going to go and get him. That's it. There's no real red flags for Kyler Murray other than maybe his size, which isn't really even a red flag. I know you're,
I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
Really worried about
I'm all in on Kyler. I like Kyler. So with the 102, San Francisco on the clock, Bosa. Mr. Joseph Bosa. It is Joseph Bosa, right?
No.
It's actually that's his
Nick.
brother.
It's Nick. That's why as soon as I said it, I was like, wow, I got that's fucking wrong. All right, Nick Bosa, stud. I think if there's anyone that you just feel safe about, there's not many players every year that you felt this strongly about for a long period of time. You're like this Pro Bowl player,
Can
and he
you
continues to do
confidently
that.
say he's bust proof?
He's bust proof.
Yeah.
I think you've just seen it from what his brother. I just have those family ties are enough for me. I think no matter where he goes, he's a Pro Bowler for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, and I think NFL teams just need to pick good players, build a team around good players. That's it. Number 3.
If your last name is Bosa, you're probably really
Facts.
good. So I have to pick for my little brother in town, the New York Jets, and with the 3rd pick, they take Alabama stud defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. See a lot of people that have them taking Josh Allen, and I don't think that would be a bad pick at all. Josh Allen seems to be like a freak, but I also think Quinnen Williams has the potential to be that next Aaron Donald type of player.
He's a disruptor. He's a big
He's
boy.
an absolute mammoth, a locomotive in the middle, and I just think he's a stud, and you can't pass up on a stud like that. So that's who I take.
Animal, back to you at the 4.
So,
If I was really drafting for the Jets, I would take DJ Metcalf, so I could ruin their organization.
DK.
D-fade.
D-fade.
Well, that would be a bad
Met-fade.
pick, but that would
That's
be
the
the
point.
Jets.
That's
so.
the point.
D-fade, Met fade.
D-fade, Met-fade.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's
So
get it.
for the 104, it's the Raiders, and we're going with Josh Allen.
You keep talking. Don't mind me.
Josh Allen is this is an easy pick just because of the fact that they need to replace Khalil Mack. You know,
He's
John
irreplaceable.
Gruden was on.
What do you mean? They were good without him last year.
Yeah, exactly. John Gruden said that they needed a pass rusher after they traded Khalil Mack.
Like a week after.
Yeah, so they need a pass rusher, and
What an
I think
asinine team.
that Josh Allen's probably the best pass rusher in this draft, and he can also drop back into coverage. He's very versatile, and
I took that as disrespect. As someone who knows the Falcons are trading up to get Ed Oliver, or Bosa, I guess, is really good off the edge too. But we're talking about Oliver.
the only problem I have with Bosa is I didn't get to see him play his last year.
It doesn't matter. You saw him
I don't
all
think
his
that
other
matters.
years.
I think it matters, but I mean, I honestly,
Anyways,
Josh Allen.
Josh
104,
Allen, 5.
Raiders.
Tampa Bay Bucks. Bad teams stay bad. That's why they're going to go with Montez Sweat because he ran a 4.41 40-yard dash, which is absurd. 6'6", 260 pounds. He runs a 4.41. There were like barely any running backs at the combine that ran a
insane.
4.41.
Yeah, really, that's
100th percentile weight adjusted speed score. You know, they did lose Quan Alexander, Darius Taylor, so the defense needs some shoring up. I think you can make the case for Devin White here. I know we kind of discussed it off, but they signed a couple inside linebackers to 1-year deals. Kevin Minter, Deion Buchanan, but that's what the Bucs do. They're going to end up giving up 40 points a game, and then they're just going to throw the ball 300 times a game with Bruce Arians. So I'll go with Montez Sweat. These are the guys that creep into the top 10 picks of the draft because of what they do in the combine and those crazy metric numbers. So, Izzy, take over your beloved New York Giants at
I
106.
literally love them or in my family. But I will preface by saying there was a trade in this mock draft.
hold on. This trade is irrelevant to this pick completely.
No, it's not.
It is completely
Because
irrelevant
if this
to-
trade doesn't happen, I pick a different player.
But would they announce? But would they? Okay, so
No,
you're
they
on the
would-
stage right now. Would fucking Roger Goodell go up there and announce this trade while you pick the
Like,
106?
they're going to be like, the Giants are making this selection, but
All right,
they
I'm gonna-
also want you to know they plan on trading
their
later.
second-round pick.
Okay, I get the point. I'm going to make the pick for the Giants, and then I'm going to say why I think they pick
This
him
is
and
a
not
fake
the other
fucking
guy.
news pick, by the way.
Is it
there
what?
you go.
This is a fake news pick.
Yeah.
Why is this a fake news pick?
Because the Falcons are getting Ed Oliver in this draft.
Well, the Giants just took him, so no shot. What was his shot? He was better than Barkley and Bell and
He talks back to the coach.
Brown.
That's the kind of player I want on my team.
Listen, I'm looking at his Google image right now. I have never been more scared in my life. This guy is a freak.
Yeah, no.
He's a mammoth. You play him inside, outside, linebacker.
who would
he's
you rather
so versatile.
fight? Who would you rather fight, Ed Oliver or Quinnen?
Oh my! I'd rather die.
I mean, you're gonna die either way.
Who do you want to kill you is really the question.
Well, I would rather a New
probably-
York Giant kill me in Ed Oliver.
I was gonna
so.
say I'd rather Ed. Just Quinnen, I feel like would just fucking.
He's from Alabama.
He'd like
He's-
Rikishi
he's-
the
he's
fuck
very
out of
He'll
here.
scary.
like fucking kick
He's
your ass
very
and throw
scary.
you in his lip.
So that once they draft Ed Oliver, they then
You
trade.
said you were a snack, right?
They then trade the number 37 pick in the second round for Josh Rosen. And I know you guys have been listening. You probably thought I was going to take Dwayne Haskins.
Scott, cut this out.
Why?
Don't cut it out.
I hope we draft Dwayne Haskins. I really do, but there's no way in hell, literally none under the sun, that we draft Dwayne Haskins. So what they
That
do.
was pretty good. No way in hell, none under the sun. That's fucking
Bro,
beautiful.
you think
that
I
was
just
fucking
you
beautiful.
think I just fuck around when I'm silent over here?
Yeah, like
write
you
a
literally
lawyer
never
type
prepare
shit.
for anything.
That's so not true. You'd be surprised.
I would be literally shocked.
I gave you good stats, but I didn't.
His energy just getting.
Well, he has this
Giants give you life.
the improv about him only when it's the Giants.
Yeah.
When it's other things, it's like, anyways.
Listen, you got to talk about what you know. So, yep, the New York Giants
point.
have a star
I respect
defensive lineman, and they will have a former top 10 quarterback.
All right. Animal at the 107.
I pray.
Jacksonville.
107 Jacksonville. We got to protect that new quarterback, Nick Foles, so we're going to take Jawan Taylor.
They're going to go down so hard. Nick Foles is going to ruin that fucking franchise.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
Listen,
it's not that, like...
I'm not a Nick Foles guy, so I can see that, and I will agree with you. So, sure, yeah. But,
that's it. We don't need analysis.
You know, yeah, Jawan Taylor, big guy. Jawan Taylor, big guy. They need someone to protect him. Cam Robinson tore the ACL last year, so got to replace him, find out something to do with
Did
that.
he tear his ACL or did he die?
I just tore an ACL.
Oh. Well, you said they got to replace him.
Yeah,
so.
you said he tore his ACL last year. Got to replace him. Is that a 2-year injury?
Well, because he's a mystery right now. It was week 2. We don't know how he's going to.
You can't have enough depth on the offensive line, right?
No, fuck you guys.
No.
You know what? Everything I say is a problem.
That's not true.
Exactly. I love it.
That's not true.
Can we move on?
That'll just be my role.
Wait, hold on.
I'll just be the guy you guys
all right,
shit
go
on.
ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
fine.
You make your pick, and then
Shit
I have
on
a
my
point.
Analysis.
108 Detroit. TJ motherfucking Hawkinson. The tight end with the best all-around profile.
Patriots
He can block.
pissed.
Yeah, he can.
No way he was going that far anyway.
No.
He can block. He can pass block, run block. He can catch passes. He can run routes. He is fast. He blew up his combine. He would, if Noah Fant didn't go to the combine, Hawkinson would be looked at. I mean, I'm already mocking him in the top 10. Detroit, I look at that team. I mean, Patricia's coming from New England, right, where they use Gronk, and he's not an offensive-minded guy, so it's whatever. But you look at the team they're putting together. They grab Jesse James, who's a good blocker. They need a tight end that can catch the ball, right? They tried it with Ebron years ago, and that didn't fucking work with Stafford. They need another weapon there because they have guys on the outside. They got Galladay. They got Jones running fucking go routes on the outside. They need someone in the seam. They need someone over the middle. That's Hawkinson. And you know they want to ground and pound the ball. Well, obviously not with Carry-On, but their group of 7 fucking running backs that they want to spread 20 carries out between. Fuck you in your face. So I think TJ Hawkinson is perfect fit for this because they need a guy over the middle. He's a great blocker, so when they do go run heavy, he fits that scheme perfectly. There are a lot of teams that are going to want Hawkinson, man. If it's not Detroit, Denver, Green Bay.
All 32 teams could use a guy like that, except maybe
Yeah.
like 4. So maybe not all 32. Yeah. So,
Like 28.
So Hawkinson at 8, Detroit. Buffalo is
at 9, Buffalo. This is what I was going to ask you. You think Taylor is better than the pick I'm about to make for Buffalo? Jonah Williams. They got to block Josh Allen back there. That offensive line was very leaky. They need a big body. Jonah Williams, a big Mama Luke. I think he fits that bill, and I'm not sure which one's better. You know the hog mollies more
I just
than
went with
do.
Jawan Taylor because he's a Florida guy. I mean, went to Florida, Jacksonville, Florida.
So that they're going to keep it loyal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how NFL teams work.
Oh, yeah. It's exactly how it works.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly.
Fair
so pick 9, Jonah Williams. Josh Allen gets some protection back there.
All right. So
Maxwell.
Why don't you wrap it up with your beloved Denver Broncos?
In Elway, we trust. So
You
listen,
still gonna
Says
trust
nobody
him?
ever.
You still gonna trust him after this pick?
we'll see. Oh, well, so here, this is me picking as the Denver Broncos GM. And the obvious pick here, since he's still on the board, is Devin White, the linebacker out of LSU.
You get an absolute steal.
He's a fucking freak, dude. He's a sideline to sideline linebacker. He's fast. He's strong. He's not the biggest, but linebackers aren't. They're
You don't need that anymore.
now.
You don't need that anymore.
Yeah, and listen, we got Vic Fangio, who is the defensive mastermind.
Right. He just fucked the
Worked
game
with-
up with Roquan.
With Roquan, Patrick Willis, the guy knows his linebackers, and if we can get him at 10, it's just it's a steal.
I would love Devin.
I
I
honestly think
strongly
we're-
consider taking him at 6.
I
I
honestly
love him.
think we're gonna trade down and probably take like Bradbury or something like that, which I would love. But since we're picking here, it's the easiest pick ever, Devin White.
I think you get a steal at 10.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so that wraps up. We have Kyler at 1. We got Bosa at 2. Quinn and Williams 3. Josh Allen at 4 to Oakland. Montez Sweat 5 to Tampa Bay. Ed Oliver to the Giants at 6. Jawan Taylor to Jacksonville at 7. TJ Hawkinson to Detroit at 8. Buffalo, who'd you have? Jonah Williams 9 to Buffalo, and you had Devin White to Denver at 10. That is our top 10 mock draft. Maybe we'll do 20 through 30 next episode or something like that. Real quick, we're going to dive into the March Madness brackets because we did open a March Madness bracket for the Fade the Public audience. Do you have the tournament challenge up?
Yeah, I got it right here. So right now,
Do you remember after round 1 when you almost had like a perfect score?
I had like a
Dude, someone had
90%.
Do you know no one's ever had a perfect bracket in the history of this?
Well, that's why they have
no, never.
I didn't know that.
Not even
the
close.
challenge. Warren Buffett does it every year.
$1 billion.
Yeah,
I know, but
give you $1 billion if you get it right.
I thought that was within his company, but I thought someone has gotten this ever.
They say it's like there's
Well, because
like
someone
one
just-
in-
There's only 7,000 out of like however many billion that entered that still got the final 4 right.
There's some guy who
Didn't even get all of it, just the final 4.
the dude this year had the best bracket up to a certain point
he,
in the
he
history.
went through like the Sweet 16. It was like
Yeah.
the furthest anybody's went.
I didn't
that
know
was
no one's
perfect.
gotten a perfect bracket.
You know?
Because there's always one upset, just fucks the whole
It's
bracket.
literally impossible.
Yeah.
It'll never happen in our life.
Yeah, just an update. He's in 3rd right now. So
I probably
am.
have 0 for. I might be dead last.
I don't even see your name.
I think I
so-
picked
Probably
Tennessee as like my champion.
Well,
I don't-
they were eliminated
They
against.
should have
Georgia.
fucking won that game, by the way.
They
lost,
should've.
and that
So
was
right
fucking
now
bullshit.
in first place, it's
Bad foul call.
whoever goes by UMBC Dynasty or otherwise known as Pats Fan 5597 is in
How many
first
fucking
place right
entrances
now.
does this
So-
motherfucker
He's
Pats
all
fan have?
over it, man.
Listen, let's just.
You know what,
He's got
Jared
one
Hall?
entry.
I know your name. It's fucking Jared
Oh,
Hall from
Jared
the
Hall, that's
GoFundMe.
right, you
mother-
son of a
you
bitch.
motherfucker.
As far as we know, it's only one entry, and he's winning.
No,
So
he's got
congrats,
more than
good for
one.
you. Congrats.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
know he's got more than one because he made fun of me in one of his other ones.
Listen,
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I saw a bunch of names. Okay, so
But
he's in
good for
first
him.
place. Who's in? Do we have any other like notable people in second, third? You're in third. I'm
third.
not
Third.
giving you nothing if you win.
He's
Why?
in third. Bird Super Bowl 54 champs. Cole
Fuck him. He
Cole
wins.
K?
He ain't getting shit.
Cole what?
Cole K. I
Oh,
know
that's
that
the one
name
with
too.
the long like.
Claude
Oh, he's a
It's
good
like,
guy.
it's like
He's a good guy. I like it.
KLWYJZXC.
He loves-
It's
he
the
loves
only
Benny.
last name without a fucking vowel in it. It's incredible.
No, there's definitely an E in there.
No, there's
You can't spell anything in life without a vowel.
Y, sometimes Y,
There's-
AEIOU, and sometimes Y. There's a reason that they
Well,
learn,
I
learn that shit in fucking middle school.
I didn't know he was
like-
an Eagle
It's
fan.
like KOL though.
Is he? I feel like if your name is Cole, you're definitely a fucking Eagles
Yeah,
fan.
that's true. He's been tweeting at me. He's like, more Benny content. I was like, yeah, sure, man.
Oh, we should have
Anytime.
brought fucking. Actually, he would have been sitting here. He would have been asleep.
No, he
He
would have
would've
been dead.
fucking
He would have been
hated his
sleeping for
life.
4 hours.
I know.
Oh, Cole, a little disappointing you're an Eagle fan, but I mean, you're a good guy, so I'll let it slide.
All right, so
Those are your top 3.
Yeah.
Best of luck, not to you, but to you.
I literally don't.
I
give a
don't
shit.
think I can win
watched.
anyway.
I watched the fucking. What was the game that was on? It was an incredible game that was on. Like,
Purdue and Virginia.
yes.
Carson Edwards was unbelievable.
Yeah, except for he
That
shit
dude
his
looks like
pants
he
the
should be a
last two
running back.
plays.
I know.
Fuck him.
Fuck him after he goes for 45 fucking
He's the
points.
only reason that team was even remotely close.
Like, he
I
was
know,
doing
but-
Steph. Oh, that was the only game I watched at the whole tournament.
Yeah,
Only like
well,
40
you-
The
bucks.
last
Yeah.
two plays, he ran up, chucked up a
I'm
terrible
efficient with
3,
my time.
and threw a shit pass to fucking Klein.
Yeah, but you say he chucked up a terrible 3, but that was what kept his team in the game.
They
He chucked
were-
up 7 of those. And
They
made
were
Weren't they down
down.
by
They were
one, though?
down 9 with like 11 minutes to go, and he just went off.
Yeah, he did.
He was shooting threes, hitting
That was
at the
sick.
bank.
But
And
it
the
was-
fucking wait, can we talk about Kyle Guy? That's his name, right? On Virginia.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
His teeth. His fucking teeth in the post game interview. I'm like, oh man, this guy's
didn't see it.
this guy's got life made. Like good looking kid, like 6'3", whatever. He probably just smashes day and night. Star basketball player for Virginia University. Post game conference, teeth fucking brown.
Yeah.
I'm like,
once he
oh,
smiled, it was bad.
Kyle,
Oh, wow.
Kyle.
Now,
Kyle.
if college players got paid, then he could fix that. But they get a
Yes.
free education.
Yes. You know what? You know what else pissed me off too? Like, I'm sorry for all y'all religious people out there, but they were like, "What? How'd you pull it off?" He's like, just through
glory to God.
just through the strength of my Lord and Savior. I was like, "Yo, Kyle Guy, you just went from like the coolest guy to the fucking worst dude of all
They
time."
all do that. I've always been someone who hates that because they all bust their ass so hard and work so hard, and then they just give credit to God.
I agree.
Like, dude,
Give themselves some credit.
You're
God,
waking up
you
at
ain't
like 5
shit,
a.m.
God.
going to do all these workouts. Give yourself some credit.
Yep.
It's
your
God.
family, your coaches. That's fine. And listen, I don't have a problem. You like God, that's fine. Go for it. But don't give him all the credit.
I agree. I'm fucking.
Well, my predictions are
Triggered.
Michigan State beats Texas Tech and Virginia beats Auburn, and then Virginia Tech beats Michigan State.
I'm sticking with Tennessee.
See, I'm picking Michigan
all the
State
way.
to win it all.
All right,
Tom Izzo's a god.
let's
I
move to
think
herd of
Izzo
goats. I think it's
just
gonna be
is rolling.
our best herd of goats. For all y'all that are new, just joining us,
a lot of people.
Herd
that
of Goats
join in
is
on this.
our way of is our
our
Mount,
Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore.
We pick 4 of our top things. We do a random category each week. This is TV characters. We're doing our Herd of Goats, our favorite, our top TV characters. Oat.
This was so hard.
all time.
This
Really?
was hard.
So hard.
I had my
watched-
first
Well,
three
once
were
you
very
guys
easy.
eliminated a bunch of them, I was able to rip out my
Yeah, it
characters.
helps. It helps. Like you know.
My first three are very
Yeah.
easy, and my fourth I was struggling
But like,
back and forth.
I watch so many TV shows. I'm a big TV guy, so like,
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
love so many different
Agreed.
characters. and, like,
I was starting to look through TV shows. I was like, which ones are my favorite?
Yeah.
Do I love any
It's
guys?
so
from
I had
it?
like a couple from the same show. I'm like, I'm gonna switch it up. I don't want to have like three guys
Yeah, I
from
could
the
have
same
two from the
show.
show, yeah.
You know, so
All right, I'm gonna kick it off. My first goat,
what's your
Ari
G?
motherfucking Gold.
That's easy money. He's a legend.
I don't even know like if I could put one clip defining Ari Gold. Like I want to put a therapy session. I want to put the scene
That's
of
too
him
easy,
walking
though.
into a fucking into the building with the paintball gun.
Yes.
I like when he goes to Eric Weinstein's fucking.
Oh, my God.
Wait, is it Eric Weinstein?
Josh
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Josh
Weinstein. Fuck you, man.
Fuck yeah. That's what I was gonna say. When he goes to his fucking beach party, that was fucking
Season
amazing.
one.
Season one.
Yeah.
Me and Steve started rewatching, and we were watching season one. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous.
You know what? I'm gonna start watching.
Ari, I told you to turn that
I
off.
did turn it off, but this is the emergency line. This is the bat line, baby.
Do you need to get that?
I do need to take this,
No,
yes.
he doesn't. I asked for 1 hour out of a day for his undivided attention. And I can't even have that.
You can have it if you want to live in Agora fucking Hills and go to group therapy, but if you want a Beverly Hills mansion and you want a country club membership and you want 9 weeks a year and a Tuscan villa, then I'm gonna need to take a call when it comes in at noon on a motherfucking Wednesday.
Ari Gold, Entourage. If you never watch Entourage, literally get the fuck off my channel.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm serious. Like I literally take that personally. Like Noah, like
We used to have meetups every
Noah
Sunday
got
night.
fired.
We would watch it
we
in my
take
basement.
when we were in high school, we take a bunch of drugs and watch Entourage every
Literally.
Sunday. And if right before the show went on and it didn't say nudity, we'd all fucking boo the.
And if
TV.
it did say nudity, we'd all
Go
like
in
jump
fucking
in
nuts.
jubilation. It was insane.
yeah, so
nudity's
Entourage.
Oh, and you remember? I'm sorry, I just gotta
No,
point
no,
it out. The nudity. It was season 6, and it was like it was just like it wasn't. It was like PG-13. It wasn't rated R. The first one was like the second to last episode. It said nudity, but it was animated tits, not actual tits.
Yeah, we were so fucking disappointed. That's funny. That's
fucking
funny.
got
Yeah,
ya.
rip it. One of your fucking goats. Let's go.
So my G is Randy Marsh from South Park because he's just fucking hilarious. He's just like your standard like comedy dad. He just does all the craziest shit. He's worse than the kids.
Dan, just use all the damn toilet paper again. Ah, crap! What do you guys want? We said we only used what was in the kit. You got nothing on us.
Dad, they aren't here for that.
Oh, hi, I'm Randy Marsh.
Were you someone who watched South Park like religiously
I've
when you were
watched
younger?
South Park since the first episode aired. Not even on purpose. Just
Really?
Yeah.
And you started when the first episode aired, and you watched since then.
Well, probably not like
Okay.
weekly, but yeah, I have like almost all the seasons
That's impressive.
on DVD.
That's impressive.
That is
Park's
very
probably
impressive.
one of
I've
There's
probably
a lot
watched
of-
a total of like 6 South Park
Dude,
episodes
that's
in my
so
life.
sad.
That is pretty sad. I
Get
love
out
South
of my
Park.
house.
I'm fucking,
Actually, you know what I
I'm
prefer
very
was-
happy about that.
South Park is so good.
I don't need to watch cartoons. I don't have
No,
time
it
for that
doesn't
shit.
matter.
Dude, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, come on, listen. Don't be one of those people like I'm too old for cartoons. It's an adult cartoon. You
I'm
like Family Guy?
not too old. I do like Family Guy.
Same shit. It's funnier though.
It's a lot funnier.
Way better.
That's a good.
The World of
Randy Marsh-
Warcraft episode of South Park is like one of my favorites.
No,
Randy
the
Marsh is a
Osama
star in
bin
that
Laden
episode.
one is the best.
Okay, go.
My G is the OG, and it's Tony Soprano. It wasn't even close. Rest in peace, James Gandolfini, one of the greatest actors of this
right down the street,
millennium.
man.
Yeah, he lives. He actually he lived about 15
Ridge.
minutes away from us.
Hey, Mr. GQ. Got a ticket. Yeah. How you doing, Mikey? How you doing? Son of a... Look, your suit's wrinkled. Here, let me fix it up for you. Ow! What are you screaming about? Free alterations? Oh! Mr. Spot.
The Sopranos is the matriarch of shows. It's the greatest show of all time. There is no debate. Sorry. And Tony made it work. Tony did it. He's the greatest ever. There's my G.
Fun fact: James Gandolfini's father was the groundsman or like the head like groundsman at Paramus Catholic High School, and my dad went there when he was the guy there.
Really?
Painting the lines in the parking lot and shit. And they used to like ride
That's a
their
pretty
bikes
good
through.
fun fact. I can't lie.
They used to like ride their bikes through the lines, like you fucking kids, like like in like a pretty much like a TV show sitcom scenario.
That's
But
pretty
yeah,
funny.
Little fun fact.
Love that. A lot of fun.
Little Jersey trivia.
You know,
Little Jersey
most
trivia.
people say fun fact, and what they spew out is not fun at all. They tell you what, animal, that was fun. That was a lot.
That
of
was a
fun.
good one.
Let's move into my O. We got the G, we got the O, and this is fucking Ron Swanson of Parks and Rec. My favorite line, and I pulled it up to make sure that. I had it. Just give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Wait. I worry what you heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand? Ron Swanson is a man's man. I'm shocked you didn't take that off the list.
Listen, I'm a huge fan.
I feel like he's you. He's literally if he wasn't so like if he wasn't an actual TV character and just doing really TV
just
character
like a miserable
shit,
bastard. Like
like that's you.
I'm a huge breakfast guy. I love breakfast.
I was gonna say like meat and egg,
love
like
bacon,
that's you.
Hate the government. So like it's there.
I was gonna say, have you like?
He's in my top 10 for sure.
Oh, easy. I mean, he's probably number 5 for you.
Yeah, he might be.
If we did 5, so
I've
Ron
changed
Swanson,
my
the
T
GOAT.
like 6 times.
Boom.
So
Hit that O.
Oh, Frank Reynolds. I mean, if you don't watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I don't like you. So.
Whoa, whoops, oh. I dropped my monster condom that I used for my Magnum Dong.
He might even be my favorite just character of all time.
He's very funny.
Because he's just such a fucking sloppy mess, and he plays a rich, wealthy person who just decided to live in a shithole fucking place in Philly with rats and
Philly's a
and
shithole.
a toe knife. And
You didn't have a choice there, yeah.
Just everything about Frank is hysterical, and I'm in love with Frank Reynolds. I would be Frank Reynolds if I could, even though he looks like shit.
I don't doubt that.
I would still do it just because it'd be awesome.
because
I think chicks secretly
Frank
like
Reynolds.
it too. You know, chicks dig Frank Reynolds.
Well, could you watch a show?
Yeah,
They dig him.
they dig him.
They dig him.
Fuck yeah, let's get it.
My E.
There's no E in GOAT.
There's no E.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
My O is the greatest American hero of all time, Jack Bauer.
You love this motherfucker.
I love Jack Bauer. Love him. Like, adore him. He's the greatest American hero of all time. He's better than Batman, Superman, everybody. He's the greatest hero of all time.
Oh, that's Jack Bauer. That's got to be. Did you hear what I said? That's Jack Bauer.
If you guys never watched the show 24, I suggest you go watch it. Jack Bauer has saved the country from terrorist attacks such as nuclear power plants going off, presidential assassinations.
He did write things down for this one. He did write things down. He prepped for fucking Jack. The only thing he's ever prepped for on the show is fucking
Jack Bauer.
pronouncing Jack Bauer's
Jack Bauer.
bullshit.
He keeps his friends close and his enemies closer. He's only got 4 friends: Chloe, Kim, President Palmer, 2 of which are dead. Jack Bauer. I don't know where you are. They made a spin-off 24 with a black Jack Bauer. Not that I don't care what color he is, but he's not Jack. 24, I need you to come out with a new season of 24 so Jack Bauer can be back in my life. I love Jack.
Okay, my A.
You gonna jack off? No?
No, I'm not going to jack off.
Crickets?
If you hear that whistle, you know there's fucking trouble coming, animal.
Yo! Hey, yo! Check it out. Here it comes.
Something ain't right, yo.
Watch out, man. Here come that fool. He's packing. Here he comes.
Yo, son, come on. Yo, Omar coming, man. Oh, shit!
That's Omar. You never watched The Wire, did you?
I have seen The Wire, but it's been so long I have to rewatch it.
Oh, man.
I watched it like when it first was out. So
So you see Omar walking down the street with a trench coat. He got that shotty
Run.
to the body. That whistle used to give me fucking nightmares. Omar, I was thinking about going with Stringer Bell, but there's a lot of. I wanted to go with the detective too. Who's the detective?
McNulty?
McNulty. Yeah. Love that motherfucker too. But Omar, I'll tell you what, he really. I still have nightmares about him to this day. So
Yeah, he was bone chilling.
he was bone chilling. That guy came and spoke at Marist actually. The actor.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
isn't he?
So I was probably
is he from like
getting drunk.
Edison or some shit?
Probably. I'm sure he's from the area. If, he came
If
to
I'm thinking of
Marist.
the same guy, hold on, let me look it up. Make sure.
If you haven't seen The Wire,
Omar,
because I know
The
we got a
Wire.
lot of young folks in here.
Oh, I bet you half them didn't see The
he's
Wire.
Go watch The Wire on HBO right now. One of the greatest TV shows. Oh, so that's my A. Animal.
My A is another not New Jersey favorite, but on the show, New Jersey is a favorite. Paulie Walnuts. What do you hear?
Good
What do you
girl.
say? You know, just he has so many great
I don't got
lines.
time for this shit, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's like an ad for a fucking weight loss center. Before and way before.
This guy ever stop breaking balls?
He's my favorite character on the show just because he cracks me up. Everything he says is
Everything he
hysterical.
says is funny.
He's always got like a little quip that's just funny, or he's telling the jokes, or when
Have
he
you ever
tells a joke and he goes, "You hear what I said? I said like," he says the whole joke
The
again.
best, he's like, and Tony goes like, Paulie, why do you do that thing? What thing, T?
What thing, big T?
You know, that, like Tourette's. What are you talking about, T?
Have you ever seen him outside of The Sopranos or like watch interviews or something?
Yeah, well, he's like got dementia now.
Well, I mean, like when he
Oh,
didn't.
no.
I'm asking because I'm curious.
I know.
'Cause
I don't want to see.
Yeah,
him
I was gonna
outside
say
of
you don't
it.
want to ruin it for
That
you.
animal. That is a fantastic pick. I love Paulie.
I love
Walnuts.
Paulie.
Big fan. Yeah.
The hair, like he's
The hair
just
with the
he's like
streak.
he's like the perfect gangster.
Yes.
I was debating going with Chris Malsanti for my tea, but
Chrissy.
I didn't.
Chrissy.
But I
He's
didn't.
too much of a junkie. That's my problem with
Yeah,
it.
I don't think he had like that elite character status
No,
to
he
get
didn't.
on to
He
get in
didn't.
my herd.
He didn't.
So, without further ado, I went with Tim Riggins, and I wrote down Billingsley at first, and the movie character is so much more powerful
So much better.
than the TV show. But I just had to give him enough respect.
That's because of Tim McGraw,
I went with Tim Riggins. What do you mean?
his father in the movie. Elevated.
Can't
it.
hold on to the
that
ball.
was great. That whole fucking movie was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
Great
so
movie.
good.
Tim Riggins of Friday Night Lights. The movie and the TV show are both phenomenal.
They really are.
Tim Riggins, I mean, the guy's just, he's an all-time high school student.
He's what you want.
I'm a caretaker, Streeter, whether you like it or not. Here's to God and football. And 10 years from now, Street, good friends living large in Texas. Texas forever, Street.
Texas forever.
He's what you aspired to be in high school.
Correct.
Was Tim Riggins.
Except he was like fucking 30. I'm so sick of
I
movies
know,
putting
I
30
know.
fucking 5-year-olds
Like,
in
come
high
on.
school.
He's banging mothers when he was like 16.
Yeah,
It's just,
listen, I found it a little weird, a lot of the stuff. Tim Riggins had a fucking great
But then again,
life, but a little fucked up, but a little weird, but kind of awesome.
yeah,
So,
he had like a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
but
like-
then again, this was in Texas, so everything's weirder
Yes.
in Texas.
Yes, I'll give you that.
So he rounds out my list.
You skipped me, so I'm gonna go A. It's okay.
We didn't skip you, did we?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't say my third.
You didn't say your third. I'm already did my fourth.
Yes, sick. Skip right over me. It's
Love
pretty
that.
awesome.
That's what
it's
you.
okay.
That's what fucking
we just
dictatorships are.
waited a little bit longer for the guy that once said mean. No. Mean is when I made Jess Mancini ride her bike home after I ass fucked her.
Love
That's
that.
Johnny Drama. The
Goat.
Johnny Drama. Okay.
You on TV or something before?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, like 20 fucking years ago. Go do it, man. What the fuck you doing? Your fucking face tonight. What are you doing to my car? What the fuck are you doing to my car?
I mean, what more do you want to say about Johnny Drama? He's the older brother of a major movie star. He struggles to get work. When he gets work, he cries or he blows it until he gets 5 towns because then he ripped it, killed it. Johnny Bananas as well. There's not enough good words I could say about
Johnny
I love
Bananas.
when they're the Valley episode when they're going to the Valley and they're in
It's
the movie
hot as
theater
shit.
and it's hot as shit.
Sit down.
Sit down.
That's
Sit
low
down.
key. The two fucking words in that scene are like some of the greatest fucking not acting because it's horrible acting.
I just got to go to the bathroom.
The great.
Sit down. And then the best is when they're like,
No,
oh,
that's what the empties are for. Like that whole episode, everything.
and the best is like when they think they're fucked and Ari comes and tells them whatever. They're at this like high school
when he's on the
pool
fucking
party.
thing.
And he's like,
That
everybody in the pool.
Yeah.
And he jumps in.
What the
He
fuck
wrestles
is
the
a
kid at the
hanging
party.
chat?
He
It's like
wrestles the
absolutely
kid. He gets his
slammed.
ass kicked. What the fuck is a hanging chat? God damn it! What
Where
an
the
episode.
Where the fuck am I? That was
Where the fuck am
go
I?
fucking episode. Jesus Christ. We might have to
That
do
what?
fucking episodes for one of our.
like-
might have to use just Entourage episodes.
I
for
know.
an episode.
Honestly, we
we can
could.
do
Finally
fucking.
be-
we
I'd be
can
down
do-
with
We'll
that.
give them a week to watch it all. Well, we'll give them 2. We'll give them 2. In 2 weeks, we'll do
Binge.
The Herd
See,
of
but the
Goats
problem is,
of
are we all
Entourage
going to do
episodes.
One Day in the Valley and Vegas, Baby Vegas?
Yeah, those are. That's going to be my
we
GO
exclude those?
GOAT.
Well, maybe
I'm gonna get all.
Maybe
two
we
of them
could.
all
Maybe we
four.
could exclude them. Like these are like you know.
Those are the mother and father. Of
We
the
would
goats.
have one each.
We're doing baby goats.
It's Tree Trippers, Vegas Baby Vegas, and
Yeah,
One Day in the
okay.
Valley in any order.
yeah. Big facts. All right. Well, you guys still got to round out, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna finish off. I know I originally told you guys something different, but this was one of my original ones that I had on my list, and I'm gonna stick with it. Leon Black from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Did you bring it?
I brought it.
You do your thing.
Yeah.
And no response at all. If you fucking brung it, if you really fucking brung it, man, it don't matter what the fuck is wrong with her. Coma, fucking handicap, any of that shit. I don't think you fucking brung it.
I'm telling you I brung it. I know when I bring it, and I know when I don't bring it, and I brought it.
You did your fucking thing.
Yes.
You did the dizzle on her, right?
I did what?
The dizzle.
The dizzle?
You did your dizzle on her, right?
Yeah, I did my dizzle.
That means you did your fucking thing, right?
Whatever.
No fucking
Yes.
response, right?
Yes.
Bring the fucking ruckus to that ass, Larry.
Oh, why? I suppose you think you could have gotten a response?
You goddamn right, Larry.
Bullshit.
I would have had her ass tap dancing, Larry. I don't fuck around. Give me her goddamn number. I go over there and twist that ass up, Larry.
I'm not giving you a
Bend
number.
that bitch like Beckham, goddamn it. I have her ass like a goddamn pretzel. You should have broke that ass in 2 pieces.
If you are not familiar with Leon Black, you must go watch either Curb Your Enthusiasm or just go on YouTube and watch Leon Curb Your Enthusiasm best moments, because he brings the ruckus.
He's hysterical.
He brings the ruckus. You got to get in that ass, Larry. He just says the most ridiculous shit. And just with him and Larry David talking, the conversations are always amazing.
It's an actual perfect duo.
Listen, JB Smoove is just funny. I think JB Smoove is hysterical. So I don't think you can go wrong with Leon Black.
I think that's a well placed T. For my T, I had 2 guys I mentioned before. I picked the winner, who is, to me, the funniest character on The Office, even though he doesn't have that many lines. Creed. I'm sure you guys have all watched The Office. If you haven't, I mean, it's a pretty stupid move. I feel like you probably haven't watched The Office, so sorry. Yep.
How did you know that?
Got you there.
I don't watch shows that I like
that don't
dramas.
that follow.
I need like a plot.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Totally understand. But Creed, if you watch it, you'll just crack up. He probably has like maybe 1 or 2 lines an episode.
And it's like 1 line.
And they are just so fucking funny.
Find out what language this is. I
know exactly what he's talking about. The mum sprouts.
My favorite was when Jim goes, yeah, I just got a text from Michael. He's not going to be here. Creed goes, what's a text?
Or www.creedthoughts./ whatever. And it's just an Excel or a Word document. He's just writing all. He's thinking he's tweeting.
Creed is
he's tweeting.
Yeah.
Wait, which character is Creed? What's he look like?
He's the old guy.
He's like the old guy,
okay.
bald.
Yeah,
he's hysterical.
Exactly
He's absolutely hysterical.
That's funny.
He's what's his actual job? He's like quality control,
something like that.
They had the episode where like the dick went out on all the paper. And he was supposed to check, and he's like, the 1 year I don't check it, this happens. He started calling up, and he's like, who was there? Who was supposed to be there that day? Like, oh, she wasn't there. He's like, oh, it was Karen's fault. Like, he blamed the whole thing on someone else.
The whole thing.
Yeah, Creed
is a phenomenal legend. I was a little torn between Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad, who's just like a stone cold assassin, monster beast. And
I'm surprised that the TV show, I'm surprised that and Thrones didn't have at least 1 character.
I almost went with Bronn. I
like Bronn.
But listen, I'm a comedy guy.
You know what? They spread out the characters so much that you can't like really fall in love with just one.
Right.
You know?
I
Walter White is like cool, but like
really like I'm not picking Jesse Pinkman.
So fucking boring.
Honorable mention: Michael Schofield.
You motherfucker.
Why did you?
Honestly, I would probably
do. Because how can you hate on Michael Schofield?
Because he's a pussy.
He got a full tattoo on his body.
Unpopular opinion. Michael Schofield, I think he's the bad actor. Jesse Pinkman, I think is a fucking terrible actor too.
Yeah, and it's crazy. He won for best supporting actor at the Golden Globes.
I thought he was really good in Breaking Bad, but like
everything else you can't. He's unbearable.
I feel like he's a miserable actor.
That Need for Speed, I think he was in. He was terrible.
I've not seen anything else of his other than
Michael Schofield. I'll get like season 1 of Prison Break is one of the best.
Oh yeah, when I said Michael
ever.
Schofield, I'm only talking about season 1 because Prison Break is only season 1.
Well, that's probably why you can't put him in the GOATs.
Why?
I'll put it this way: like I like what his character did was badass, but like him as a character,
as an actor, when he gets serious, he squints.
It's just like bad. Yeah,
I couldn't take.
I can't buy into who. Yeah,
the actor who I thought was better.
This ain't HBO. It's Fox.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Jack Bauer's on Fox is one of the greatest actors of all time. Greatest characters ever. So was T.J. Detweiler, who is one of the biggest.
I was going to put like fucking someone from Hey Arnold or
Yeah.
Rocket Power or something. Yeah. I was actually going to low-key put
Tito
Sponge.
from
I was going to put
Rocket
SpongeBob
Power,
in here.
legit,
I thought about putting SpongeBob.
Up on my thing right now.
What?
Tito from Rocket Power, ancient Hawaiian quote.
Tito's
that would have been great.
But
I
don't even think SpongeBob's the best character in that show. I'm sorry, I don't.
Who?
It's Mr. Krabs.
It might be.
Mr. Krabs is all worlds hysterical.
It's Patrick, and if you think anything else, you're an idiot.
See, Patrick's a good choice, but Mr. Krabs, his stingy fucking ass is so
Who the
funny.
fuck thought of SpongeBob?
A genius.
What an unbelievable
genius. I watch it to this day.
Dude, I would still watch it. 100%.
I watch it to this day. When I
still want to eat a Krabby Patty.
Mermaid Man and
So do I.
Barnacle Boy 2 is the best episode ever.
You're so
the Bubble Bowl isn't
unbelievable.
No. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2.
All right, we're hitting that hour mark. Let's wrap this motherfucker up. The camera's still on and rolling. This is a beautiful thing.
Holy
pretty cool.
shit.
This is
No
great.
breaks,
We're rolling.
but I'm
This is
big.
good. I think this was our best episode ever. Assuming
I definitely think it's better than last week.
Assuming, well, the audio probably didn't work.
Right, imagine
Pray to
all
God
this.
the audio
If it
worked.
didn't, we might quit this.
I'll be
thing.
so
No,
upset.
I'm done. I'm not
eat
coming
this-
back from Brooklyn again if
I'll
the
eat
audio
this
doesn't
mic
work.
next week
That's
live.
that'd be a good episode. All right, so that's going to wrap up. A few things to take away from the episode. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're covering everything fantasy, everything fucking ridiculousness, as you've just heard for the last hour. Going into the NFL offseason and the season, make sure if you want in on the Dynasty League,
Yeah, get in that shit.
GoFundMe.
We want you.
GoFundMe.com, not you, but you. GoFundMe.com/BigDogsDraft. For every $1 that you enter, you get one entry. For every $25 put in, you get an extra free 10 entries multiplied. So for every $25, $50, 70 entries. $75, 105 entries.
And I would like to thank everybody for some of the generous.
big shout out.
I know you guys
Donated.
want to be in it, but some of you guys are really going out of your way to
We weren't really sure how many people were gonna,
Yeah.
enter. So the fact that people are already doing it is awesome.
It's a cool
And,
feeling.
Yeah,
Thank you
I want to
Really,
give a
thanks.
huge shout out. I'm actually going to read you guys off for everyone.
whether
that's
you're
put in.
supporting us or just want to be in the league, it's all good.
Raymond
I like it
Waite,
all.
Jared Hall, Josh Edmonds, Vach Messiachin, Ant Is, Ryan Camo, Richard Watkins, Rolando Calderon. Ooh, that's very Spanish.
Jose Calderon,
Matthew
sorry.
Kane, Nick Licata, Nick Haas, Kyle Davis, Neil Watkins, Mika Edgar, Jordan Hoffman, George Casapis, Kyle Brown, Rachel Meehan, yeah, Miss Prudent, Wade,
Yeah.
Wade Perry, Cody Marmon, Antonio Salvatierra, and George. Oh, George got multiple donations. You were a good
Thank you,
man,
George.
Georgie. All right, so shout out to all y'all that have donated so far. Very appreciative because obviously we put a lot of work and we've invested a lot into equipment and time and things like that. So all of that stuff, any extra money we have from there will go back into the brand and the equipment and that stuff. So we love you guys. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and all that, yada, yada, yada. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Victory!